Good morning, friends. How are you? Wanted to share another quick video just about cleaning and organizing. So some of you have been saying that, there isn't always the time to cook. So you're starting to get into some of the life skills of cleaning up. So when we were in class, we did spend a lot of time cleaning. A lot of times we would be doing some cooking, but we would also be doing organization and cleaning of shelves and cleaning of the fridge, cleaning of cupboards. And on each of the students' schedules, they would be assigned different cleaning tasks to take care of. So I just want to give you some hints, maybe some tips, how you can organize that at home, and how we made it happen in the classroom. So first off, let's talk about the mix. So all of the cleaning and disinfecting that we did in the classroom, we did water and vinegar. So I always had a bucket set up and I had cloths hanging over it, and in it was always several of these spray bottles. Now, if you're going to, there's a couple different ways you can come at the mixture here. Typically, if you do a 1-to-1 water and vinegar, that's a pretty good cleaner to use for multi-surfaces. I wouldn't use it on anything that has a polish on it, but it's definitely good to do on obviously tabletops, plastics, metals. If the wood cupboards and wood drawers are finished, as in they do have a kind of like a waterproofing in them, and I think most cupboard systems do, the 1-to-1 is fine. You can cut the vinegar in half. You can do 1 part water to a half part, so a cup to a half a cup of mixture. If you want something stronger that you're going to do disinfecting with, then you can shift up to a 2-to-1, so 2 parts vinegar to 1 part water. Either way, you can mix this with your child, definitely, if you have the mixing bottle. And all you would have to do, some of the mixing bottles do have increments on there. You can put lines on there, and you could put water. So you'd put a line across the bottom, and then you would just put water. You would write the word water across here. And then at the top part, you would put vinegar, and then a top line that it would be filled to. So it would just be a sequence then. So first you would put in the water, then you would put in the vinegar, and then it'd be 1-to-1. And keeping this spray bottle a part of the actual kit, so I have the spraying kit here, was really important because I always wanted to be able to direct the students to go get the bucket, go get the spray, go get the cloths. Okay, so just some thoughts on cloths. So for me at home, the way I work is I have to be honest, a lot of my old t-shirts that are just no longer really user friendly, stretched out, whatever, I'll cut into rags. So this is just your plain, really is kind of a cotton poly blend. Now, the more polyester in it, sometimes the less absorbent it is. So what I've found is old face cloths, or something that has a high cotton amount to it, will absorb more of the liquid, and especially if you're concerned about having the liquid sit on any surface for too long, something that's a little bit more cottony does work well. But again, I kind of use, for my cleaning kit at home for the kids, I really do, we have a whole bag of these, of old cloths that just no longer really pass the sort of like the test of, I don't know what I would say, when they start to get raggy and pieces start falling off them. So basically they're just not as fresh anymore. So the key with this, I would say, is keeping the cloths as well with the kit, okay? And you can decide whether or not one is for washing, one is for drying. I didn't have any drying cloths in the classroom. Everything was actually a wiping cloth. And then when the students are done, they would put it over the edge of the bucket, and then that bucket is ready to go for the next time, okay? One of the things that didn't work so great, and you may have some of these, are the microfiber cloths. I find microfiber cloths are really great for the scrubbing part, like actually getting some stuff off, but sometimes they're not that absorbent. Again, you choose whatever you have around the house you're going to use. And I did have a couple of these in the classroom, and I would grab them if I had to, but I found sometimes it just kind of moved the cleaning mixture around on things. It didn't actually wick any of it away, okay? So your bucket with your cleaning, If you have a bucket that has a color associated with it, even better, because then it becomes very specific. Go get the green bucket for cleaning. And of course, if you want to color code any of your cloths, you can too. Totally up to you. Like I said, I like to use up stuff that I have around the house, so the old cut up t-shirts and old rags that no longer are being used in the kitchen, I would use. Okay, so that's the actual cleaning materials, let's say. Here's the method. So in class, a lot of the stuff in my classroom had both words and pictures on it. It was, I had all my cupboards numbered, I had shelves numbered. So if I were directing a student to go clean shelf number 4, they knew where shelf number 4 was. That's not something that I think is if you want to do the work, by all means. I mean, it's a great way to kind of, if you are slowly teaching your child to use your kitchen more and more at home, I mean, you can do that. You can mention the whole go to cupboard number 3, shelf number 4 to clean. Totally up to you. I don't know if it's if you have to invest that work, you can still get a home activity out of it. One of the things I will recommend though is either use your phone, whatever your device is, or if your child does have a tablet of some sort. And when the cupboards are organized, or they're organized in a way that you think is the best organization, whatever you think looks best for your house, then take some snaps of it. Take some pictures of how you want those cupboards to look, so that when your child is cleaning cupboards, you can have the device on the side, you could have the laptop open. Again, you can take pictures and print out pictures too, that works. But sometimes taking a photo of what the cupboards look like for the week, that can change. You might actually not put everything in the exact same space. But what it'll help with, if you have the photo of the cupboard, is that then you can check the picture of the actual shelf, so you can talk about what's on the shelf, and you can do even an inventory, talk about the items that are in there. And then when the items come out of the shelf and they're put on a countertop or they're put somewhere in the kitchen, it's a lot easier to put them back in the same spot, because you'll have some sort of an image to go by. It gives you a little bit of a map or a template. So again, back in the classroom, I had pictures, so when you would open up a cupboard, it showed exactly what was in there. I don't think it's necessary for you to go around your whole house and bling it up with photos of everything that's in the cupboard, but maybe use your device or your technology to help you along with that. All right, the last suggestion that I want to make about this, and it's a little bit of a skill set that will benefit not only, it's a skill that you can use in a couple different contexts. So whenever I had the students clean something that was like a table or a shelf, or the inside of the fridge, or even when they're doing dishes, I always would remind them or tell them, you're gonna go corner to corner to corner to corner. So I use that over and over and over again, a little bit like a mantra, but also just as a pattern, a repeating pattern, so the students knew when they walked up they were gonna clean, and there was a task that involved something geometrically square or rectangular, that when they were cleaning it, they had to get all the way to, and then we would wipe the middle. Okay, so what that would look like if this was the surface that they were cleaning, and I know right now you can't see my whole table, but here's one of the corners. I always tried, I made sure that the sprayers were on their, not on the stream mode, but it was in the fine mist mode. And I would get the students, depending on the size of it, I kind of tried to get them to only do 3 sprays at a time. Even if it was a small item, it would be 3, 1, 2, 3, just 1, 2, 3. And then we might do a little bit farther, and then 1, 2, 3. Just so we weren't spraying everything all at once, we're kind of working on it in small bits. Now, if it's a small shelf or a small counter, 1, 2, 3 might be enough. And this was the case in the classroom for some of the shelves that had the, like my cups and glasses on there. Okay, so once it's sprayed, once your surface is sprayed, you decide how you want them to do the cloth. But again, you can do the folding technique that I've talked about in other videos. Depending on the size that you want, you can get them to go corner to corner, fold it down. Okay, corner to corner, fold it down. Usually something about this size is good. And then get them to start at a corner, and you're gonna say corner to corner, corner to corner, and then back again. Okay, and then rub, 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 rub in between. Okay? Again, you might already be beyond this. You might already be on this and doing some other cleaning, and that's fantastic. But if you're looking to start encouraging your child to do some cleaning in the kitchen, this could also be in one of the toy rooms or one of their art rooms or wherever there is things that can come off the shelf and need to be organized. Again, just to kind of recap, take a picture of some sort that it's easier to those students will gain just a little bit of independence. They can look at the picture, and then, I mean, you can even hold it up and you can sort of indicate where things will go in the cupboard. And it's just it takes some of the headaches of trying to get things back to how you want it as well, because ultimately the students might not be that great at doing the organizing in the beginning. So this will be a good way for them to kind of get it up to a good level that'll work for the whole family. Okay? Put your cleaning stuff in one place, the stuff that you want them to use. If you have a dedicated bucket and the cloths that you like to use. The cleaner, if you are doing general cleaning, 1-to-1 is fine. Make sure that it's set to the mist mode and not the stream mode. You can even glue that down. I will tell you one of the things you may want to consider, glue this or tape it so it can't be changed. And I have had it happen where a couple of the students in class, they wanted to loosen this and pour it. What you can do to avoid that, because you have to be able to open this, you can actually make your mixture for the cleaning solution in a different container, and then pour it into here and only put enough in here for your actual cleaning task, okay? Last thing, what you can do, so this is gonna smell like vinegar. It's gonna smell like vinegar and water. If you do 2-to-1 vinegar to water, it's gonna be a really strong vinegar to water. One mixture that you can do, and it smells a little bit better, it's totally up to you, is you would put 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar, and then you can put in some lemon juice. And it's usually, gotta be honest, you're looking about anywhere from 5 to 7 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then you can also add in there essential oil if you want, just a few drops of lemon essential oil. It's really hard to mask the smell of vinegar, but if you take it more towards that citrus smell, sometimes it does, well, it definitely makes it a little bit more brighter, less like a fish and chip shop, okay? So yeah, some cleaning that you can do at home, some organizing that you can do at home with your kids. I hope the video helps. Have a great day.